I want to tell you something that took me a long time to understand. Your life is not the result of your circumstances. It's the result of who you are when nobody's watching, when there's no pressure, when the easiest thing in the world is to just not do the thing. That version of you, the private one, the one that shows up at 10 at night when you're tired and nobody's checking, that version is running your entire life. And most people have never seriously looked at that version of themselves. They look at their results and wonder why things aren't changing. They look at their situation, their luck, the timing, what they were born into. They look everywhere except the one place that actually matters. Who are you when it costs you something? That's the question. And 30 days is enough time to start having a real answer. Not the ones who got lucky, not the ones who had help, the ones who came from nothing and built something that actually lasted. They all did one thing that most people skip. They got disgusted with themselves, not in a self-destructive way, in a serious way. The kind of disgust that doesn't come with drama. It comes with silence, with a decision made quietly, alone, that says, this version of me is done. Not tomorrow, not when things get better. This version, the one that keeps accepting less, that keeps finding reasons, that keeps promising and not delivering, that version is done today. That decision is the beginning of everything.
And you can make it right now. So here is what 30 days looks like when you're serious about becoming someone different. The first thing, you change how you start your day. Not with a routine someone sold you, with an intention. Every morning, before the phone, before the noise, before the day starts pulling you in 15 directions, you spend 2 minutes asking yourself one question. What does the man I'm becoming do today? Not the man you are, the man you're becoming, the one on the other side of this. You think about him. You feel what it would feel like to already be him, and then you start the day as that man, not as the one you were yesterday. This sounds like nothing. Do it for 30 days and tell me it's nothing. The second thing, you keep your word to yourself. This is the one that breaks people. Because it sounds easy. You say you're going to do something, you do it. Simple. But watch. Watch how many times a day you make a small agreement with yourself and then quietly let it go. I'll do this later. I'll start tomorrow. Just this once. Every time you do that, you are training yourself to be untrustworthy. To yourself. And a man who can't trust himself cannot build anything. For 30 days, every small thing you say you'll do, you do. Every single one. Not the big things, the small ones. The ones nobody sees, the ones that don't matter, except that they do, because they're building either a man who keeps his word or a man who doesn't.
You choose which man you're building every single time. The third thing, you cut one comfort that's been making you soft. You know what it is. You've known for a while. The thing you go back to when the day gets hard. The thing that takes the edge off but never actually solves anything. The thing you've been defending to yourself as deserved, as necessary, as just who you are. It's not who you are. It's who you've become because you stopped challenging yourself. Cut it for 30 days, not forever, 30 days. Because what you're doing is teaching yourself that you can be uncomfortable and not die. That you can want something and not immediately have it. That you can sit in the hard feeling instead of running from it. That capacity to be uncomfortable without flinching is worth more than any skill you could learn. Because every opportunity in your life will come with discomfort attached. And the men who can move through discomfort without stopping are the men who take everything. The fourth thing, you spend time with your future every day. Not planning, not dreaming, sitting with it. 15 minutes every day, where you are completely clear on where you are going and why it matters enough to pay the price. Most people are vague about their future. They have a feeling of something better, a general sense of more, but they haven't decided specifically.
They haven't made it real enough to work for on a Tuesday evening when they're tired and everything in them wants to stop. Vague futures lose to present comfort every time. Specific futures, ones you can see, ones you've decided are happening, those have pull, real pull. The kind that gets you up when you don't feel like it and keeps you going when nothing is working yet. Sit with your future every day. Make it so specific it starts to feel like memory. The fifth thing, you stop explaining yourself. This is the most invisible one and maybe the most important. Every time you explain to someone why you haven't done the thing, why it hasn't worked yet, why the circumstances weren't right, you are rehearsing a story that keeps you stuck. The men who change their lives stop telling that story. Not because they're lying, because they're done living it. They don't explain. They don't justify. They don't seek understanding from people who haven't paid the price they're paying. They just work. Quietly. Without needing the world to know how hard it is. For 30 days, when you want to explain why things are the way they are, don't. Just work instead. Use that energy. See how different things look at the end of the month. Not to their situation, to them. You become someone who can be counted on. By yourself first, then by everything else. You become someone who knows they can handle discomfort, which means you stop running from every hard thing and start walking straight at it. You become someone with a direction, not just a reaction to whatever the day brings. And you become someone who has stopped performing their life for other people and started actually living it. That person, that version of you, changes everything downstream, not because of what they know, because of who they are. And who you are is the only thing you've ever had full control over. 30 days. Start building.